coming up on this special episode of Torrance Today. Thousands of people gather along Torrance Boulevard to celebrate Armed Forces Day with the nation's longest-running parade of its kind. Hundreds of people race for freedom next to our brave men and women serving the country, and music from the United States Air Force Band of the Golden West fills the Armstrong Theater honoring our military heroes. We have a complete recap from the three-day celebration coming up right now on Torrance Today. Welcome to Torrance Today. I'm Christine Lee. It's 4 p.m. on Monday, May 22nd. I hope you had a great weekend. Thank you so much for joining us. Here's our first story. The 61st Annual Armed Forces Day Parade and Celebration returned in person for the first time since 2019. Nearly 100,000 people were expected to visit Torrance throughout the weekend, and City Cable was there to capture the priceless moments. Our three-day celebration began on Friday, May 19th with two free concerts, the first one for the public.
My father was Airman First Class Alfred Valero, and he served in the Korean War, so coming here was really exciting for me, hearing that it was going to be affiliated with the Air Force today.
Is super inspiring. I'm kind of partial to the Air Force myself, so hearing the Air Force Band of the Golden West has been wonderful so far. I'm a former musician, so I'm kind of partial to a lot of the wind instruments, the trumpets, and they sound amazing. So it's been great.
The music inside the Armstrong Theater continued that evening just for military members. The U.S. Air Force Band of the Golden West is stationed in the San Francisco Bay Area at Travis Air Force Base. It is the only active-duty Air Force band west of the Rockies. The 60 musicians that make up the group give more than 250 performances every year to a total of 1.5 million listeners. The following day, more than 800 people got up bright and early to run or walk alongside our heroes in the armed forces at the 5K for Freedom presented by the Torrance Area Chamber of Commerce.
Get set, go!
This whole concept was actually a brainchild, if you will, from a leadership Torrance class 5 years ago. I couldn't wait to wear my red, white, and blue. Just having banners, cheering on and supporting the military as they're coming down the street. It's just such a terrific event.
Good job, Marines! Good job! It's a different type of race because we're just honoring the men and women of our armed forces and enjoying time out there and being together. The freedom we enjoy, it's all because they gave it to us.
It was great. Honestly, I didn't think I was going to win. I knew I was going to do good, but I had no idea that I was going to win, so that always feels good.
Feels great. I haven't run a 5K race in a long while, so it's great to do it out here. It's a great course. I've always lived in the South Bay area, but I've never come out to this race. And like I said, I'm going to bring my dad with me as well to the event later today, and it'll be a lot of fun to ride in the parade.
That's right. She and Miller got to ride in the parade for being the first place runners. She ran the 5K in 17 minutes and 14 seconds, while Miller completed the race in 15 minutes and 20 seconds. And this is so sweet. A group of Marines who finished early went back to cheer on and help other runners to finish their course, staying true to their principle of never leaving a man behind. Our first place runners were in great company at the 61st Armed Forces Day Parade. Dozens of individuals and groups from as far away as the D.C. area came together on the mile-long stretch of Torrance Boulevard for an event to remember.
And our Grand Marshal, ladies and gentlemen, our pleasure to introduce Rear Admiral Carola List, the esteemed director of Operational Logistics for the United States Coast Guard, and our Honorary Grand Marshal, ladies and gentlemen, IT-1 Andreas Pulido. Ladies and gentlemen, our Celebrity Grand Marshal, Mr. Bo Bridges.
The turnout was fantastic. I didn't expect that many people to come, but I guess after COVID, people are finally showing up at the parade like this. And it was so wonderful to be a part of an event honoring all those people that have served in the military and those that retired from service. Fantastic.
I served my country prior to my employment with the City of Torrance, so I'm proud to be an employee and a veteran and celebrate this parade and the recognition of all the veterans that have served in this country.
My dad was a veteran, my husband's a veteran. It's something that, yeah, it's very patriotic. I do enjoy it.
I feel it in my heart that they're respecting the U.S. and it feels good.
It's always impressive to see the big equipment, the tanks, and that never gets old.
Just watching the joy on the girls' faces and how much they love. They'll sit and wave to everybody, and they just have a lot of fun with it.
Looking forward to seeing all the different armed forces, our young people that are in these different youth military programs.
We're no longer the smallest service, but often the one that people forget that we're military service. So it's exciting that the City of Torrance is honoring the Coast Guard. The thing that hit me the most are the audience, the participants, the people who watch. They don't have to be here. They came out here because they wanted to come out.
Torrance is one of the few cities nationwide that has been sanctioned by the U.S. Department of Defense to honor our armed forces through the annual parade and celebration. It is also known for having the nation's longest running military parade sponsored by any city. Each year, we identify one brand of the military as the Honored Service of the Armed Forces Day celebration. And this year, that branch is the U.S. Coast Guard. Well, still ahead, it's Military Monday, and we take you to the military exhibit at the Del Amo Fashion Center when we come back in 60 seconds.
And is this with the doctor or is this with the nurse practitioner? Fantastic. Dad, lunch. Got some soup for you.
You are loved.
Oh, you. Look at those freckles.
This was very much. You are valued. You are strong. You are resilient. You got this.
You're there for them. We're here for you. Find free care guides to support you and your loved one at aarp.org/caregiving.
At the end of every episode of Torrance Today, we want to share a positive story that fits the theme for the day. On this Military Monday, we take a closer look at some of the aircraft and vehicles on display throughout the three-day celebration.
We have come here since I was a little girl. They've been doing it, so we always come with my grandpa, my papa, he was in the Army. So he likes to come with us and show his great-grandkids now the stuff. He kind of explains what the different equipment is, and so it's really fun.
Well, you share memories with them and tell them some of the things when I was in the service. I felt purpose from it. Sometimes I enjoyed it, sometimes I didn't.
We came actually shopping. We didn't know about this event, but since my kids like something about military stuff, so I thought it's a good chance to bring them in and see what's going on.
This past weekend allowed the community to appreciate the legacy and sacrifices of the U.S. Armed Forces in person again after the COVID-19 pandemic shut it down for 3 years. Many of the spectators who first viewed the parade as children during the 1960s and 70s now bring their children and grandchildren to the events. This experience helps instill a respect for our country and honors our men and women in the armed forces for the sacrifices they make to secure our freedoms. You can catch complete replays of the U.S. Air Force Band of the Golden West concert and the 61st Annual Armed Forces Day Parade on Spectrum Channel 22 and Frontier Files 35. The concert airs tomorrow night at 8 p.m. and the parade airs tonight at 8 p.m. and again tomorrow at 4 p.m. As we close out our show during Military Appreciation Month, we're saying thank you to our local heroes. Today, we salute Master Chief Petty Officer Malia Chastain of the United States Coast Guard, one of our honored guests at the 61st Armed Forces Day Parade. It was an extra special day for her because she got promoted during the event.
Today, she will be the first African-American female to advance to Master Chief Boatswain's mate. These achievements stand as a testament to her pioneering spirit and her unwavering commitment to excellence in service.
These senior enlisted women are the shoulders that I'm standing on, and so today has been really overwhelming and inspirational for myself, right, to kind of reach this pinnacle of my career, but I also know the impact that it's having on the junior servicewomen around me. We need to share our story more. We can do anything we want to do. I think the Coast Guard is an amazing organization, but I just think that we don't often get our stories shared. And so the more that we can be seen and represented within the communities in which we serve, the more likely folks will come up behind us that can see themselves in our shoes as well.
Chastain is one of few women to hold this position. She has served our country for more than 2 decades and is currently posted at the Coast Guard base for LA and Long Beach. Thank you for your service. Congratulations on your promotion, and we are grateful to have had you as part of our parade. Do you know someone in our city that we can honor in this way? Please send us a name, a picture, and a little bit of information about them to torranceToday@torranceca.gov. Well, that's our show for today. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you back here tomorrow with more news from and for our Torrance community. Have a great evening.